Welcome back to Crochet ADHD. I am your hostess, Jackie. If this is your first time visiting, welcome. You're a one-hit wonder. I do hope that you stick around. If you are a returning viewer, a repeat offender, a member of the GlamFam, welcome back. Grab your hat. In case you're wondering, I am participating in Llama Mama Kayla's podcast Spirit Week. If you are a podcaster and you're watching this, please by all means join in. This first day is for hats, so don a hat and shoot a video. That's what we're doing. So anyway, since I'm here, I figured I would do something other than just wear a hat, but here's my hat. It's funny, there's been a hat sitting on my table for the longest time. It is a crocheted hat that I made earlier this year, and I was like, oh, I'll put that on for Spirit Week, and now apparently it grew legs and walked off. So I have no idea where it is, but this is I am working out in the garden hat. I have not worn it this year because I have not gone out into the garden, but here's my hat. Oh, and Hetty wanted to participate, so she's donning her New York hat. Okay, so what I want to talk about today is just a little something. I was looking through my bookcase and found some old crochet magazines and pattern books, so I thought I'd kind of share them with you. This one, let me see which one. Okay, this is a work basket magazine from 1965. I always like looking at these things because like of the little advertisements and stuff that they have in here, and it's like, oh, look at this, no money down, Florida home sites, $495, lovely quarter-acre sites in Central Florida Hills, Lake Grove area, $495, no money down, $10 a month. And this is in Ocala, Florida. And I'm pretty sure this is close to where Lynn Ann lives. Funny the things that you find in here. This one is a knit pattern, but look at this. Isn't that cute? Oh, isn't that cute? The crochet pattern in here leaves a lot to be desired. It is this one. It's a pan holder. This is going to give me nightmares. So I guess work basket actually was a combination of, there's crochet, knit, tat, and even rug making, plus like gardening and food stuff. So it's kind of cool. Let's see, page 49. There's another crochet pattern. That's kind of pretty. Here's another one. This one is from 1967. Woo! I love this. Like, unapologetically love this. Check this out. A record carrier bag. Yes, please. I love records. In case you haven't noticed, like each episode, I have at least an album, and a couple of weeks ago I had some 45 sitting back here too, because I do have a record player. My album collection is up there, my 45s are up there. Love records. This is just cute. So let's look more at this cover pattern. It is, okay, page 5. Now, the only issue I'm seeing with vintage patterns, and this actually applies to sewing as well, because in 2020, I discovered vintage sewing patterns, and I even bought some vintage sewing machines. If you are a sewist, if you want a sewing machine that can basically sew human bodies together, get yourself a machine that was made before 1970, because they were built to last. They are all metal parts and they are workhorses. They are awesome. I have a Singer, that's this one back here, and I also have a Brother and one that I can't remember the name of. Awesome machine. So I have 3 workhorse machines like that, but I don't even know why I went on this. Okay, vintage, I got it. So the sizing might not be the same. So like if you look at a small medium from 1960s, it might be like an extra small to now. So you definitely want to make sure you get your measurements. And I'm gonna say it, swatch. So this is sized from, let's see, from size 12 up to 18. And yeah, there's not a whole lot of information here. There's a knitter that she did a series where she made a sweater from every decade from, I want to say 1890 to the 1980s. And, you know, she had made note of the certain things, like the patterns didn't have as much information in them back then as they do now. So, you know, there's definitely lessons to be learned along the way, which I think is actually quite cool. And, but yeah, I really, really like this pattern. I cannot remember a time where I would read a pattern and it made any mention of blocking. Now, this is, of course, prior to, I'm going to even say the year 2000. It's like in the first set of instructions, it says blocking measurements. So who knew? Will I make it? I don't know. Because I got a couple of things in mind as far as a vintage pattern that I want to make. And then I have this. And I'm going to make a confession. I don't like granny squares. Let me clarify a little bit. The idea of making teeny tiny little things to then piece together to make bigger things, no. That's why I don't like quilting, because you take big fabric, you cut it into small fabric, you sew it together to make big. Don't get me wrong, it's beautiful. Again, I've seen some gorgeous granny square makes. Look at this. This will put me in a home. You hear me? This, yes, I'm already feeling it. Yes, I would be in a home. Do I judge other people? Do I say that this is a bad idea? No. Is this a bad idea for Jackie? Absolutely. Absolutely. And I hope you still love me anyway. Because I'm going to tell you, I have quite a few unpopular opinions when it comes to crochet. Look at this. Y'all might as well just, no. I will never recover from this. Okay, I'm just gonna giggle for a second. Let me just see how many of these you're supposed to make. A total of 380 squares. And the squares are 3 inches.
A few moments later.
Okay, now these are 2 of my favorites. This one is from 1973. Waka Waka. Okay. And it's made by Simplicity, which, again, I had no idea that Simplicity, I'm guessing McCall's probably did the same thing where they actually had crochet patterns, but they were in their, you know, envelopes. This one only goes up to, it goes from size, well, it says 8 all the way up to 18, but let's see, in terms of measurement, it went from 31.5-inch bust up to 40-inch bust. So not a whole lot of room, but let me see what the pattern itself looks like, because sometimes I mean, it's just like a sewing pattern. Let's see. It even mentions blocking. This means shaping your finished work with a steam iron and press cloth. How funny. I feel like I lived under a blocking rock. So looking at the beginning chains, like for small size, use 65, medium, use 69, and large, use 73. So there's 4 stitches in between each sizes. So logically, to me, I would just think that the difference in size is an increment of 4. Okay, then things get a little weird, but that's me just kind of skimming over. But yeah, I would think, I mean, again, if I was going to make this in my size, it would have to be on, according to their measurement, it would be an extra large. So I would just do 77 stitches as my starting chain. And that's for the mesh vest. I'm going to say the most normal, I can wear this to work and not get asked to leave design. And the last one that I'm going to show for today is this one. This is from 1972. I can't decide between this one and this one, but they're really cute. Sizing, ooh, this size, okay, this is a Mrs. and says the tops are worked vertically. That actually could definitely be to my advantage. Okay, it only goes from size 8 to size 14, which is 31.5 inch bust up to 36 inches. Who are these people? And the yarn requirement, it's not helpful. 3 ounces. 3 ounces of red, 2 ounces of blue. I would just look at their system of sizing and then just adjust accordingly. But the fact that it's made vertically, I mean, you can just keep going until it fits where it needs to fit. I might do this one because remember when I had that brain flatulent idea about finding a pattern from the year I was born and then making it? I had, as things go, I had actually purchased 2 patterns on Etsy and then found this. I think I like this idea, and depending on how hard it would be to adjust it for 2022 Jackie as opposed to 1972 Jackie, you know, I might make this. That is all for today. Again, the hat is because of Llama Mama Kayla's idea for doing Podcaster Spirit Week. Day 1, which is today, Sunday, is for hats. If you like this video, please like this video. Tomorrow I will be showing you a few more of my vintage patterns that I've had and didn't even remember I had. I hope that you're enjoying that. Until next time, I've been Jackie.